So unfortunately, Virgil passed away, ladies and gentlemen. Virgil, aka Michael Jones, but obviously known as Virgil in the WWE, well, WWF at the time. And well, I mean, he did come back to WWE back in 2010 when he managed Ted DiBiase Jr. Um, Virgil was obviously known for being Ted DiBiase's manservant, well, just basically his bodyguard. Fun fact: Ted DiBiase was one of my favorite characters from other sides. From like he was basically aside from like Hulk Hogan's Ultimate Warrior's Macho Man. Ted DiBiase was one of my personal favorite gimmicks in the '80s. Look when I look back on wrestling footage and all that kind of stuff. And Virgil was obviously part of it, and definitely made the character. Definitely helped me the character. He was the muscle. He was one of the, you can say, one of the people who, when you known for a muscle, for basically being a bodyguard for a wrestler, he was definitely one of the most memorable. Um, Not gonna act like I'm biggest fan, but again, he did take part of one of the best gimmicks in wrestling history, the $1 Million Man character. Um, it's a darn shame that Virgil passed away. He passed away in the age of 61. It was known that he was battling numerous health issues, including multiple strokes, which was earlier this month, unfortunately. And also, he sadly got cancer for a short time, I believe. But I don't know what was the status. Maybe that played a big role. I don't know if it was cured or not. But unfortunately, he was dealing with a lot of health issues lately. Virgil was unfortunately known for the meme Lonely Virgil, which is a convention when he was alone, but in reality that was just a joke. It was just when they were like already closed and empty. But unfortunately, Virgil did dealt with unfortunate homelessness because of his unfortunate career, where he didn't have enough money to take care of himself in his life. So he did unfortunately eventually did became lonely Virgil, due to, and that's a sad reality, man. Like you don't want to be like Virgil. I mean, it's not his fault. Like things happen, with your when you have money, but it just like it's a like, or when you don't have money, like life. But it just it sucks. Like the guy did end up becoming lonely Virgil, or had dealt with homelessness, but at least he is remembered. Obviously, the legacy will go on to be remembered as he was part of the $1 Million faction. Was again part of the with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Definitely, obviously, one of the most memorable gimmicks in history. One of my favorites, and he even got to actually defeat it in a storyline when eventually him and Ted DiBiase feuded. He was able to win the $1 Million Championship, which was the only championship he won in the WWF WWE. So definitely part of a memorable storyline with that with him and Ted DiBiase. Definitely remember will be a part of $1 Million Man. Um, it sucks to know that he passed away. He was only 61. Not saying like that's not old, but like it was just like around the age like 80 or 90. That's like seems like the most normal age to like sadly passed on. But it's always a darn shame to hear when all these people pass away. Um, it kind of makes you worried about Ted Biasi. Like it makes you worried just in general. Like you were losing all the good people part of the 80s. But again, not gonna act like I'm a biggest Virgil fan, but thank you for the memories. Thank you for your part of being part of the $1 Million Corporation. Uh, and may you deed rest in peace. Yeah, it just sucked knowing that he did have issues in his life that really struggled throughout his career life. That's something you don't want to hear. So it definitely is a darn shame that and now he's gone. But regardless, you'll be remembered for your work in the $1 Million Corporation. And just basically being part of one of the best characters. Like if it wasn't the Virgil, being a part of like the $1 Million Man character would have been like successful. So, and $1 Million Man was one of my favorites. Besides like guys like Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. It just definitely I was a big fan of Ted DiBiase. Can't say much for Ted DiBiase Jr., especially what's going on. But yeah, he did come back in WWE 2010, and he quickly was dropped. So I felt bad for Virgil. I really did for at that time. But regardless, rest in peace, Virgil. Thank you for being part of WWE history, and yeah, thank you for the memes. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Darn shame. Till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye.